San Antonio police stumbled onto a possible human smuggling operation on the west side. What they found when they arrived on the scene and who they have in custody.
And a body is found and a man is in custody, but police aren't sure what led to the victim's death. The story is next.
A cold front tomorrow morning means some big changes for the weekend forecast. We've got a look coming up.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
And we start with an update this noon in a deadly fire investigation at a far west side home.
The Bexar County Fire Marshal's office identified the man found dead as 47-year-old Jimothy Anthony De Hoyos. Fire officials say crews went out to his home off Misty Plain Drive near Marbach Road and Highway 90 on Wednesday. Once the fire was put out, crews did an initial search of the home and found nothing.
But it was on a follow-up search that the victim was found. There's still no word on what caused that fire. And happening right now as well, San Antonio police are trying to determine just how a man died. His body discovered inside an apartment on the north side. Police say they have detained a man, but aren't sure what part he may have played in this man's death. Officers were called out to the 2300 block of Nacogdoches Road around 7. When they arrived, the body of a man was discovered. They tell us the man they have in custody was found nearby. Police also tell us that the two men knew each other. They are contractors and were working together renovating the apartment where the body was found. Authorities are investigating to piece together the details of what happened. We will bring you more information as we get it on air and on KSAT.com. A suspicious fire on the east side this morning has arson investigators looking for its cause. Firefighters were called to this home in the 1100 block of Denver Boulevard off of South New Braunfels. When they arrived, they discovered the front porch on fire. They were able to put out the fire, but there was some slight damage to the porch in the attic. No one was home at the time. Firefighters said they don't believe the fire was accidental. And a long trip in the back of a truck has led to a federal lockup of more than 20 people. San Antonio police believe they are connected to a human smuggling case. They took the group into custody early this morning in a shopping center near Loop 410 and Highway 151. Katrina Weber was there as officers chased down some people and found others trying to hide.
San Antonio police roped off an area of this far west side parking lot, but they quickly realized not everything or everyone was contained within it. They found themselves running after people, tracking down others trying to hide where they could, inside garbage dumpsters and behind buildings near Loop 410 and Highway 151. A call before 4 this morning had alerted them to an odd sight involving this semi-truck. Police say when they got here, they saw it too. People pouring out of the back, then scrambling. Officers searched and rounded up as many as 30 men and women, all believed to be tied to a human smuggling case. They say the truck driver was one of them, but most were being smuggled from countries in Central America. Police did their best to search the shopping center, but they admit this is a lot of ground to cover. They say it's very likely that some of the people who were in that truck managed to get away. Police also towed away another vehicle, which they say was involved. They believe that driver was there to meet up with the truck and pick up some of the people. Instead, investigators with the Department of Homeland Security took custody of everyone and took over the case. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News. Today, funeral services will be held for legendary broadcaster Gary DeLaune. Gary passed away this past Sunday from COVID-related illnesses at the age of 88. Those planning to attend Gary's celebration of life service today are being asked to wear bright colors in honor of Gary's trademark plaid sports coats that he wore during his 28 years on the air at Ken's TV. On your screen is the address of the church. Services begin at 1:30 at Oak Hills Church. That is located at 19595 IH 10. And early voting starts Monday, so it's no surprise we're seeing more politicians making pit stops here in San Antonio. And this weekend, Jessica Cisneros and Greg Casar are set to get an endorsement from New York Democrat Representative Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. All three will take part in a campaign rally tomorrow at the Paper Tiger over on North St. Mary's. Greg Casar is running for Congress in Texas's 35th district. Jessica Cisneros is up against Laredo Representative Henry Cuellar in the district race 28. And Cuellar slammed Ocasio-Cortez's planned appearance, calling her a celebrity and saying, quote,
This election is taking place in the 28th Congressional District of Texas, not New York City, end quote.
Again, early voting for the March primary begins this Monday, February 14th. To get an update on information on the races, who's running, and other election dates, scan the QR code there on your screen. It'll take you to KSAT.com, and then you can scroll down the page and you can access all election information. The last day of early voting is February 25th. Now to the latest on the coronavirus pandemic, with the country seeing new COVID cases going down. Some areas are easing restrictions despite the CDC saying it's too soon.
Meantime, the federal government is preparing millions of Pfizer vaccine doses for children under 5 if health officials give emergency use authorization for that age group next week.
ABC's Raina Roy has the latest for us.
With Omicron in retreat across the country, at least 11 states easing restrictions. Some governors moving to end indoor mask mandates, others lifting requirements in schools.
I'm feeling like it's premature.
Our friends and our family all come here, and it's nice to show our smiles to everybody.
New daily cases down 70%, hospital admissions down 40% in the last 3 weeks. Nevada ordering an immediate end to its indoor mask mandate, including in schools.
Everyone wants to get back to their normal life, whatever normal is. I mean, it's been 2 years. So I think the time has come.
President Biden acknowledging the Omicron variant has taken an emotional and mental toll on Americans, but says it may be too soon to be taking off masks in an interview with NBC.
I committed that I would follow the science as put forward by the CDC and the federal people. And I think it's probably premature, but it's a tough call.
The CDC insists most people should still be wearing masks indoors, with transmission high in nearly all U.S. counties. About half of eligible children remain unvaccinated.
But I myself have young children and worry about them every day. So this is not just about one person, it's about our whole community.
Children under 5 could get vaccinated by the end of the month if federal officials issue an emergency use authorization for the Pfizer lower dose formula next week. The government already prepping 10 million doses to ship out. Raina Roy, ABC News, New York.
Anyone planning to travel on I-10 in the burning area can expect to run into delays this weekend. The main lanes of the interstate from State Highway 46 to US 87 will be closed. Beginning tonight at 8 to 5 a.m. Monday morning, the lanes will be shut down. TxDOT is working on Kendall Extension project that will improve the frontage roads and overpasses in that area. If you are driving in the spot, be aware both the westbound and eastbound traffic will take exit 540 to Highway 46 at Bandera Road to enter the access roads. The traffic will go through the Highway 46 intersection and then get back onto I-10 at the next entrance ramps. Also, keep in mind the new bridge on State Highway 46 over the interstate will be closed during the construction, and traffic will have to turn on the access roads.
And if you need to remove some big items from around your home, tomorrow is your chance to get rid of them. Solid Waste Management will be hosting a free landfill day for customers. The city department is accepting bulky items at 2 locations: the Republic Services landfill off I-10 near North Foster Road, and also the Waste Management landfill that's over on Koval Road on the southwest side near the Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, and Medina Training Annex. Both locations will be open from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Some of the items that will be accepted include appliances, water heaters, furniture, and fencing material. But remember, construction materials and industrial waste will not be accepted.
Still to come this half hour, the Spurs continue their rodeo road trip with the first of back-to-backs this weekend. They start tonight in Atlanta. Larry Ramirez coming up in a few minutes with more on that matchup.
And it's the first weekend of the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. We've got a preview for you of what's coming up tonight.
Oh, it's incredible. I mean, to come into San Antonio and have some success is great. To start out the set like this, you really couldn't draw it up any better.
It was an exciting time watching the action from the ground on the first night of the rodeo, and we were there live taking you around the grounds.
And you just heard from Sage Kimzey. He was one of 2 winners at the bull riding event. 2 guys tied with 85s last night. Meanwhile, tonight, the fun continues. Today kicks off the first weekend of the rodeo, and there is a lot happening on the fairgrounds.
Our Jonathan Cotto is out there this noon and has a preview of what we can expect.
It was a wet and early start at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. These mini and large Hartford cows getting ready for exhibition. They're exercised, lathered, rinsed, all in an effort of looking their tip-top best. And over at the swine bar, the sights and sounds a little different, but these piggies also prepping for showtime. Up next, this high school senior and his pig Biggins.
I'm pretty excited. I've been showing pigs for 10 years now, and this is my last year, so last time I'll ever show at this show.
Hudson has been participating in livestock shows since the 2nd grade and says it's been a part of his life ever since.
It's taught me how to work for a goal. Like, it takes a lot of hard work and just consistency that I'll use in my later years.
And Hudson's not alone. These twins, also high school seniors, say this will be their last showing.
We've done this for over 18 years, showing in the San Antonio Open Show. So it's very sad but bittersweet at the same time.
Brooklyn and Ashland showcasing Lady May, a spot class pig who strutted her looks for the judges today.
I was in class 36 and I went through the first judge. He really liked it and pinned me, but then there's only top 10, and when I got out there I was one of the second ones that got released. But I learned from him because now I go to the show today. I go to Kerrville today and show tomorrow, and he wants them more flexible.
And those are just 2 examples of livestock you can expect to see at this year's San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. Reporting, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
And for a complete rundown of the events and exhibits at this year's rodeo, you can scan the QR right now on your screen. You can have the details right at your fingertips on your phone.
I like a pig named Biggins.
Jonathan posted a picture of another pig named Lady May.
Lady May.
Lady May.
Yeah, she was on at 9 o'clock this morning, yeah.
Okay.
She's like laying down,
Yeah.
you know, cool.
Hey, they're pampered.
Yeah, they
They
are.
are pampered.
Probably a little warm in the barn, though. Look at that, the temperature right there, that sky, nice.
It's warming up. We're going to be in the 70s. Those pigs, they'll enjoy the weather, especially tomorrow. We'll get some cooler weather in here for them. Some gusty winds. If you're heading out to the rodeo tomorrow, know there will be some changes in the forecast. The aquifer down 1/10 of a foot to 665.7 in your pollen count. Mountain Cedar's down from yesterday, but it's still moderate, 380. Molds are low at 170. We'll talk about the weekend forecast, Valentine's Day forecast, and some rain chances next week, too. It's coming up.
This Rodeo Remembers, brought to you by the new 2022 Chevy Silverado, the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever.
In San Antonio, when you think about the rodeo, you also think about the Freeman Coliseum, and both would not be possible without the vision and drive of Joe and Harold Freeman. The brothers grew up working in the family general store, and they were hard workers. By the 1940s, they had grown their family business to include Chevy dealerships, cotton, real estate, and ranching. Around this time, the city and the Freemans realized San Antonio needed a new venue for hosting big events. They quickly became key players in its construction, and the Bexar County Coliseum opened to the public in 1949. One reason for their keen interest was the brothers' dream of creating a premier livestock expo for the youth of Texas, and that's exactly what they did. On February 17, 1950, San Antonio held its first annual stock show and rodeo. Through the years, the rodeo has raised over $200 million for Texas youth involved in agriculture. After Joe's death in 1971, the Bexar County Coliseum changed its name to the Joe Freeman Coliseum. Then, in 1985, it changed again, and Harry's name was added. So when you're enjoying the rodeo, remember to thank the Freeman brothers.
Sarah, thank you. Let's look outside for you right now. Blue skies, beautiful day underway. Temperatures are rapidly warming up. We're at 68 degrees at the airport. South-southwesterly winds at about 11 miles per hour. Southwesterly winds always going to help us warm up a little bit. And temperatures will be fairly warm this afternoon. Right now, 71 in Pleasanton. Now, that number may jump off the page to you. That is not accurate. It is not 87 in Honda. Boy, that would be a hot day. Not sure why that's not reporting correctly, but 69 in Uvalde, 72 Carrizo Springs, 71 in Gonzales, 71 right now in New Braunfels. We did have a little bit of fog earlier. That was really dissipated very quickly earlier this morning. Here's a look at forecast temperatures today. We're thinking 75 here in San Antonio. If you're watching us from down in Carrizo Springs, Cotulla, Eagle Pass, Del Rio, you're going to be close to 80 degrees this afternoon. Changes tomorrow. Don't worry. We get a cold front coming through. And by 7 o'clock tomorrow, temperatures are dipping into the 40s in the hill country, 50s elsewhere, and we don't warm out of the 50s tomorrow. We're thinking mid-50s here in San Antonio. So this is about a 20-degree drop with a cold front, and we think that'll be here around sunrise. So let's look at the futurecast here. Will we see any rain with this front? Right now, maybe a couple of showers. This model does show showers and maybe a few thunderstorms here or there, but I think it'll be few and far between, especially around San Antonio. By 9 o'clock, that front's pushing south into our southern counties. Midday, most of the rain is south of us, but we still have some lingering cloud cover. By the afternoon, the clouds should eventually go away. We'll see some clear skies Saturday night and Sunday morning. That will lend itself to some cold temperatures Sunday morning. We may get close to freezing here in town. But I think the biggest story out of all of this is going to be the gusty winds. Once that front comes through tomorrow morning, winds steadily pick up. We could see some gusts around 40 miles per hour. I'd say morning time through about lunchtime. And then even into the afternoon, we'll see some gusts up around 30, 35. So it's going to be a windy day. It's not until Saturday night that those winds finally calm some. So let's sum it all up here. Tomorrow, if you have plans in the morning, maybe you got taking the kids to some soccer matches, know it will be windy, 10% chance of rain, 10% chance through noontime, gusts to 40 miles per hour. And again, temperatures top out at about 55 with partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. As far as dew points go, well, that ushers in some drier air to start next week. But then the dew points jump right back up. And by Wednesday and Thursday of next week, it's actually going to be humid here. And that may allow for some showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms to develop as a system works in from the west. So it drops south. This will pull into the area. These are the upper level winds here. This will pull into the area Wednesday into Thursday. And that brings with it a chance for rain. And hopefully, we'll keep our fingers crossed that we do get some good rain out of that because we need it. 55 tomorrow, as we said, 64 on Super Bowl Sunday. Notice we start off at 33 degrees Sunday morning. 70 Valentine's Day, 71 on Tuesday. And then there are those rain chances Wednesday and Thursday, 30% chance as it stands right now, both days. We'll be right back.
You know, it's great to be district champion, but it's pretty cool to say you're the undefeated district champion. So I think for the kids and for the coaching staff, that was important to us.
Coach Russell and his Medina Valley Panthers are undefeated back-to-back district champions in big board sports. Hop and his new-look Spurs will take on the Atlanta Hawks tonight in Game 2 of the rodeo road trip. Derek White, Drew Eubanks, and Thad Young were all traded yesterday before the deadline. Now, trading two bigs will open up more playing time for Zach Collins, who needs to work off some rust after a nearly 2-year absence. So far, he has 2 games under his belt with the Spurs.
I just got to continue to get reps in, get better. You know, that'll all those touch shots around the rim. You know, I felt like I probably a couple times made it a little hard on myself instead of just keeping it simple. And that's something I need to continue to work on. But again, rust wise, I think all that'll come back with time, and I just got to keep going after it, keep being aggressive.
Here's your matchup. Spurs at the Hawks, 6:30 tonight. Let's check in with the Medina Valley Panthers, one of the best girls basketball teams in the area, who recently wrapped up their 2nd straight district championship. The Panthers finished the regular season 22-10 overall and undefeated in District 28, 5A, 14-0. As reigning district champions, they were the ones to beat, and they rose to the occasion to fight off the competition and pushed their district winning streak to 30 straight games. Claiming back-to-back district titles is an amazing feeling.
I mean, it feels great. I mean, this is what our coach has been telling us since the beginning of last year. I mean, even my freshman year, he's been like, I want to be district champs, and that only leads to like these 2 years, and I feel like getting that, it's really cool for us.
It means a lot to us because we've been together since 8th grade, and we've like waited for this our whole high school career to play together, and it's really amazing to win district both years with the people you've grown up with.
Winning 2 in a row, that just solidifies how good of a team that we can play together, or we can be as a team. It just feels really good.
Chemistry means so much in basketball. Yes, of course, you still have to score points and defend, but having chemistry and being very close to the team can make a huge difference in key moments. The Panthers are very tight as a team and believe that bond will help them advance past the 2nd round of the playoffs, where their run ended last season.
We've all played together for so long. We know we're a veteran team. There's half of us that are seniors, and so we've been playing together for a long time, and our connection and our trust in each other is just there.
Just family, like we all love each other. It's just really being together and motivating each other, and that we all are equally competitive and we all love to win. So that just everything about that, just we all click. It's amazing.
We've just been together for so long. We know how everyone plays. We can kind of work around. We know everyone. We know all of our faults. We know all of our strengths. So we know where to position ourselves on the court.
Medina Valley Panthers will face Lanier in the first round of the playoffs this coming Tuesday the 15th, 7 p.m. at Medina Valley High School.
You said 30-0 in district?
30 in a row in district.
30 in a row.
Wins.
Man.
I know.
All right. That's pretty impressive. Thanks, Larry.
Thank you, Larry. We'll be right back. Still ahead, a Texas women's career choice helped crack the glass ceiling. We'll introduce you to one of the first female Secret Service agents.
And a little boy excited about learning. He shows his teacher just how special he thinks she really is. Chicago firefighters breathing a sigh of relief today. A massive warehouse fire burning for a week finally out. The facility stored documents, which was fueling the fire. The smoke produced so intense it was picked up on weather radar. No one was injured in the massive blaze. The fire chief says it could take several weeks to determine the cause.
Officers trying to rescue a teen who fell through ice had to be saved themselves, and it was caught on video. You can see in this body cam footage a Utah officer crawling out on the ice to reach the teen, but he ends up slipping into the water himself, along with 2 other officers trying to pull them out. There you see the fall. As a sheriff's deputy tossed the officers a rope, he fell into the ice. Crediting their adrenaline, all the men were eventually able to get out of the water and rescue the kid. They only suffered a few cuts and scrapes from the ice.
And how about this? That is a crashed vehicle that went through a fence, wood and brick, and then it ended up on the side of a house, partially on the roof. It happened in Oklahoma City. Police say the car tore right through that brick wall, sending debris flying all over the street and across the neighborhood. Before coming to rest against the house, police say speed likely played a factor. The driver taken to the hospital, not seriously hurt. No one else was reported injured, but the car took a beating. The government's new inflation report showing prices rising at the fastest pace in 4 decades, and that's causing alarm on Wall Street and in Washington.
The Federal Reserve is expected to respond by raising interest rates next month, and that's a move that could put a dent in Americans' budgets amid already sky-high prices.
ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has the latest from Washington.
With inflation at a 40-year high, Americans are feeling the pinch of higher prices and everything from groceries to gas to rent.
I have noticed all of my fun money has gone to food, gone to just normal everyday things I need to live.
The gas prices are through the roof.
The government's consumer price index rose 7.5% in January from a year before, the highest level since 1982. And inflation is becoming more widespread. Strong consumer demand combined with pandemic-driven supply shortages driving up the price of goods, while services and housing costs are also surging.
Rent has went up a lot.
The average American household now paying $275 more a month for the same goods and services than at this time last year. This furniture store in North Carolina forced to pass on higher costs to consumers.
Our main vendor, they recently extended a 6% surcharge to us. So we add 6% to every single item in addition to the already heightened price.
In an attempt to fight an inflation spiral, the Federal Reserve is expected to raise interest rates next month. That would make the cost of borrowing money more expensive for consumers and businesses, slowing down demand while hopefully cooling red-hot prices.
We're seeing the worst of the inflation right now. I think by spring, certainly by summer, we'll be headed in the right direction.
President Biden is making a push to pass health care and child care reform to try to lower costs, but that effort is still facing pushback on Capitol Hill, with many opposed to higher government spending. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Look at that temperature. It's already 70 degrees, and it's only 12:33.
I wish it felt 70 degrees in here, in the studio.
It's cold in here.
Oh, come on now.
It is freezing.
Think it's colder in here than outside?
What's that?
Is it colder in here than it is outside?
Sure.
Oh, no doubt. There's no doubt about it, guys. But if I was going to give this week a Yelp rating, it'd be like 5 stars.
A what rating?
A Yelp rating.
Oh,
The
Yelp
week or the weekend? What did you say?
The whole week.
Yes, I agree. Snaps.
It's been amazing. I love everything about it. Now, we are going to get some changes coming up tomorrow. As we look at the current temperatures across the country, the cold stuff's still up to the north. 22 in Minneapolis, 10 in Bismarck, 37 Omaha. Some of that cold air is spilling down the plains. We're going to feel some of it coming up tomorrow. In the meantime, still warm. We're at 68 degrees, or now 70, as David pointed out. You got 40s and 30s up there in the mountains, but it is that cold area that we are watching for our forecast. As we look outside at this hour, clear skies, and the temperature, as we pointed out, 68 degrees, dew point is at 49. That's trying to creep up a little bit with south-southwesterly winds at about 11. Here's the forecast for today. We top out at 75, still get some gusty winds out of the west, but tomorrow we get those changes. Cold front, think it will be here about sunrise tomorrow. Gusts to 40 miles per hour, a few showers, highs only in the 50s tomorrow. So if you're making those plans for Saturday, be aware it will be very different coming up tomorrow, guys.
Thank you, Justin. And a woman who has called South Texas home for most of her life has a very unique history that helped break barriers. In 1970, she was one of the 5 women who made history, becoming the first females to become Secret Service agents.
She even became the first female anchor to be on a morning show in Corpus Christi. Sarah Costa spoke with Catherine Childress about the holes she shot right through the glass ceiling and what it was like protecting people like the Kennedy children.
Do it scared. It's South Texas resident Catherine Childers' mantra. When her father was teaching her how to shoot a .22 rifle as a little girl, she told her father, "Daddy, I'm scared." His reply, "Then do it scared." And she did. And it's how she has lived her whole life, including being part of the first 5 women to become Secret Service agents in 1970.
Any major federal service in the country, they had never hired women. And when they did, I think we all were frightened of the fact that if we failed, we would probably fail for all women because it was essentially an experiment.
For the 3 years she spent as an agent, she protected a wide range of people, from presidents to world leaders. She was fondly called the pistol-packing nanny when she was charged with protecting the Kennedy children, Caroline and John Jr., while traveling with former First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis.
To be in that position of responsibility for her, for the nation that had just been heartbroken for these children, it was quite an amazing assignment.
She recalls one of the last conversations she had with the former First Lady.
The last time I saw her said, "Oh, Miss Clark, you live such an interesting life," because I'd just returned from protecting the Queen of Spain at the Apollo 14 blastoff, where Neil Armstrong was sitting to my right.
Childers' life didn't stop getting interesting when she left the Secret Service in 1973. She moved to Corpus Christi, where she married her husband and became one of the first women in Corpus Christi to anchor a morning show and also host the show South Texas People on KIII TV3 News for 17 years. She started a number of charities in Corpus Christi and has written a couple of books, including her newest one, Scared Fearless, about her time as a Secret Service agent. And by the way, those first 5 women didn't fail.
50 years later, we're still alive. The 5 of us still communicate, and they just celebrated the 50th anniversary of women. And there are now 500 women in the Secret Service, which started with 5. Are there enough? No. Are there enough men? No. Are there always the perfect situation? No. But we got the door open. Now my message is keep going forward, keep being positive, and work together to make the whole mission or whatever you're doing better.
Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
What a career. Well, coming up, a little boy finds a way to tell his teacher just how much he appreciates her help with his schoolwork.
And Rashawn Galloway, a 2-sport star at Bernie, has signed a letter of intent. Larry Ramirez will tell you where he is going coming up in a few minutes.
1 week after increasing, the mortgage rate increases yet again. Where a fixed rate mortgage stands, we'll have that coming up.
Something else has risen in cost. This time it's the mortgage rate. The average 30-year fixed mortgage rate in the U.S. has risen to 3.69%. That is up from last week's 3.55% and the highest since January of 2020. That means interest rates are back to where they were at the very beginning of the pandemic. An economist says don't expect mortgage rates to come down anytime soon. If there is any good news, it's that historically speaking, the current rate is still extremely low.
And despite the amount of money they could make, NBC says it won't air a commercial for a weed service during the Super Bowl. Adweek reported that an NBC spokesman said the network doesn't accept ads for, quote, cannabis or cannabis-related businesses on any platform. NBC, which is broadcasting the big game this year, rejected the Super Bowl ad of Weedmaps, a cannabis marketplace and delivery service. The CEO of Weedmaps, of course, has said in a statement they disagreed with NBC's decision. And this is probably the cutest story of the day. A student asked his teacher out to dinner for a Valentine's Day date. You see, little John Booker has grown attached to Miss Deborah Peterson. She's a teacher's aide in his elementary class. Peterson has been working with the kindergartner with his lessons, and John says he didn't want Miss Patterson to be alone, so he gave her a rose and a card. Inside it, he asked her to go to dinner with him to a catfish restaurant. How precious. Miss Peterson said yes. And when asked why a catfish place, well, John says because he knows that's her favorite place to eat. How cute.
Wow.
Oof. Gentlemen, are y'all going to a catfish restaurant?
I don't know. Could be.
John's, he knows what he's doing.
He's getting set up for later years in life, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Figuring this out early, man.
How cute.
That's great
He
stuff.
definitely learned that from at home.
Good work.
Dad, probably.
Clear skies out there right now. We've got 68 degrees at the airport. 40 was the low this morning, and the record is 85. We'll come up about 10 degrees short of that. That was set back in 2017. Record low of 17 set back in 1981. And by the way, it was a year ago we were starting to talk about that cold air coming in. We're approaching the anniversary of the big freeze last year. We'll have more on that in the coming days. In the meantime, cold front comes in tomorrow. We'll tell you what that means for your weekend forecast coming up. Boy, mutton busting never gets old, does it? Good stuff. Let's look at the temperature extremes across the country. We have a big ridge of high pressure out west, trough out east. These are the temperature extremes. So yesterday I got up to 91 in Anaheim, California. That was the record high. Record low this morning, not that far away. Angel Fire, New Mexico, of course, popular ski spot there. -10 this morning. So between the two, there's a 101 degree temperature difference. But the reason I point out California, and I mentioned this yesterday, obviously that's where the Super Bowl is being played. And the forecast for the Super Bowl is hot. This could be one of the hottest Super Bowls on record. Now, the stadium there does have a roof, but it does have some open air as well. It's kind of a hybrid. So it's going to be warm there in LA. We'll see which team pulls it out on Sunday. All right, time lapse. We're looking at the nice sunrise this morning now that we've got blue skies. Temperatures are on their way up into the upper 60s, 68 degrees at the airport. Southwesterly winds at about 11 miles per hour. That is always a warming wind for us. Dew point has crept up a little bit. It's at 49. And we're generally in the 60s and 70s around the area. I pointed out that Hondo is not at 87. That is incorrect reading there. But again, 70s for the most part. You'll find some 60s in the hill country. As far as the forecast goes, we're looking at 75 here in San Antonio today, 73 Hallettsville, 75 Cuero, 80s as you get down towards Del Rio and Carrizo Springs. Tomorrow, though, we start off in the 40s and 50s. Cold front comes through right about sunrise, and then behind it, we're going to see some cooler air. We probably will not get out of the mid-50s here in town, so it's going to be about a 20-degree cool down. A little bit of an adjustment tomorrow. If you are headed out to the rodeo, let's say, you'll want to grab your coat. And as far as rain goes, there could be a little bit of rain with this front, not much. I think that it will be pretty isolated here around San Antonio. Now, the further east you go, the better chance of rain you will have. This is around 9 o'clock, shows a couple of light showers. And then by midday, rain's pushing south. We're still left with cloud cover, though, and some very gusty winds before everything clears out tomorrow night. I think winds could gust as high as 40 miles per hour tomorrow morning. So that, again, will be a little bit of a shock to the system with those northerly winds 15 to 25 gusting to 40. 10% chance of rain 8 a.m. through noontime. And again, those temperatures staying pretty steady there. 52 10 o'clock, 53 noontime, 54 by 2 p.m. and then topping out near 55. As we look long range here, that ridge that was over the west breaks down. We start to get a trough, and area of low pressure developing here. Now, as this moves east across the country, this is Wednesday of next week. This should help to produce some showers and storms. Storm Prediction Center already has this system flagged as potentially producing some severe weather across the plains, even into parts of Texas. Not necessarily here, but we could get a little bit of rain out of it, something we'll watch. I think Wednesday into Thursday are our days if we're going to get any rain, and you can see that here in the extended forecast. So 75 degrees today, 55 tomorrow. We're down to 33 Sunday morning, but a nice Super Bowl Sunday, 64 and sunny. Nice Valentine's Day, too, 70 degrees, mostly sunny, partly cloudy Tuesday, and then there are your rain chances Wednesday and Thursday. We have put a little bit of lightning and thunder in there, too, as if we could see a couple thunderstorms out of this, with temperatures around 74 Wednesday and 70 on Thursday. We'll be right back.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
As expected, Dallas Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons was named the Associated Press NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year during the NFL Honors Show last night. He was a unanimous choice. Parsons was a first-round pick from Penn State and had 13 sacks in the regular season. That's the most by any Dallas rookie in team history, and he played all season on a bad knee after hyperextending it during training camp.
I'd like to thank my family. I got my wonderful mother in the stands, and my son, but he had a potty break, so I get it. But man, this is all incredible. But thank you to Cowboys Nation. Like, y'all really believed in me. Like, y'all drafted me. Like, I couldn't be any more thankful. I'm always big where I'm coming from, so shout out to Harrisburg, PA, man. This is for the city, man. This is for all the kids back in the Burg.
Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker T.J. Watt was named the NFL Defensive Player of the Year, beating out Parsons. Watt finished the season with 22.5 sacks, tying the NFL record that Michael Strahan set in 2001. His big bro, J.J. Watt, a three-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year himself, presented T.J. with the award.
And the 2021 AP Defensive Player of the Year is T.J.
I just want to thank my parents, mom, dad. This is insane. My brothers, Derek and JJ, you guys have just pushed me so much to be able to get me to this point. My beautiful fiance, Danny, for being my #1 supporter. My teammates and coaches back home in Pittsburgh. This truly is not possible without you guys.
Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers was named the NFL's most valuable player for the second season in a row and his 4th league MVP overall. He received 39 votes, while Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Tom Brady got 10 and LA Rams receiver Cooper Kupp got 1. Yesterday at Bernie High School, Rashawn Galloway signed his national letter of intent to further his academic and athletic career at Texas State University. He's a tremendous football player, one of the best in the area, but he signed with the Bobcats to play baseball. He's a 2-sport star. He's a tremendous athlete, a great competitor, and an even better person. So why did he pick Texas State?
Coaching staff and the facilities. I fell in love with the coaches. Since day one, they said they were going to give me a shot as soon as I walked on campus. So, I mean, that's always a good feeling. And just the facilities they have, I mean, it's only about an hour and a half away from home. It's right there. They're doing more and more renovations every year. So, I mean, it's a really cool opportunity.
How exciting is this day for you and your family?
Very exciting. I mean, it's a really cool opportunity to get to spend this with my family and friends alongside. So, it's a blessing to say the least.
His teammates love him, and he still has a senior season in baseball.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Coming this spring. All right. Thanks, Larry. SA Live is taking their show on the road today.
Or should we say taking the show into the sky? Hope Mike and Fiona aren't afraid of heights.
Nope, no fear, just excitement. You know, it's just such a beautiful day outside. We decided to take the show up into the air because why not? I mean, look at this view.
That is downtown San Antonio. It doesn't get any prettier than this. And you can check out this view from 20 stories up. Come here for yourself. This is Moon's Daughter's Restaurant atop the Thompson San Antonio Riverwalk Hotel, and that's where we are right now.
And joining us is Executive Chef Robert Cantu. Hey there.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well now that we're up here. I mean, this is gorgeous, and it's such a perfect date night spot. especially for Valentine's weekend. But you guys are doing a Thompson tailgating party for game day, right?
Yes, right here we have our lamb merguez hot dog. So this is a merguez sausage made with ground lamb, some Middle Eastern spices. We top that with some tzatziki and a little bit of feta cheese.
Oh, that looks so good. Wait to see what we are making for dinner. So, okay, if you want to take your party indoors, Jen Tobias Strusky can help you out with that.
Score big with the ultimate game day party. From pub food to amazing charcuterie setups, we are teaming up with the local design team to help you throw that best football party. Amanda, I love what you've done here, and you have a special touch that you've added here.
Yes, we like to throw in a championship ring.
All right, more to come from Carla Reuter Designs & Co. Stick around.